Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Beatrice Ajayi. I'm an artist based in Glasgow in Scotland, and here on my channel I like to share what I get up to in my art studio. Today I have been working away on finalizing some artwork that I have in the studio. I set up some weeks ago to create artwork that I can put in some frames that I have. So I have these frames that I bought some time ago and I had prints in, but I wanted to create new artwork that I could put in them and take them into the shop. So I've been working on a series of artwork this past few weeks, and the first batch is what I'm working on today. I'm putting some of the hanging materials on the back, hanging hardware, and it's been really good because I didn't used to use these hanging hardware before. Let me see if I can show you what they look like. So this is what I'm using, and I've got a pack that I bought some time ago. They have a couple of screws with them as well that you can use to hold those on. And I didn't used to use these, and recently I found them an easier way to approach my smaller paintings than using the string that I used to try and use before, which didn't make any sense. But I saw some artists using these recently, and it really stuck in my head that that's the way to go for being very agile in creating hanging software for or hanging these pieces. So I have been working through that today and some other things as well. So first of all, I had to varnish them as well because these are mixed media pieces. They have collage, they have, what else do they have on them as well? Different pens and mark making and different mediums I've used on these. So like this one, and I just decided to quickly varnish that. So they've been drying, and then I'm to put them in and also write their names on the back. So this piece here is called "The Forest Remembers His Name." So I'm just writing that in. The forest remembers his name. I could use Posca pen to write on the back of this, but I like my Posca pens for writing the actual signature of the pieces, like on the face of it, because it won't necessarily cause an issue archival wise. But so I use this like whatever other pens I have for the back. So I've written a title, and then I'll write the year. I will also sign it. And so it's writing my name and then the signature. And then I also put my website detail as well. And then it is an original mixed media piece of artwork. So that's all I've written on the back. I have the sticker here to remind me what it's called. And let's see, I thought I brought the back in here. I'm supposed to put a back in on it. I'll just look for one. Just bring it back here. So yeah, I have got one back in here. So I'm slowly going through what I have in the studio, trying to use them up and fitting it into my current artwork that I'm selling in the shop. So some time ago I realized that my original artwork are the ones that are more in demand than my art prints. So I've been focusing on creating more of these original pieces and also presenting them in a way that will be accessible and acceptable to my clients. So that's that one now in the frame there. Then also what I'm going to do is now put the hardware on it. So have I marked this? No, I hadn't done this one yet. So what I'm going to do is, right, I've got my ruler here. So I just measure this and work that way. I've been getting the measurement quite close to what it's supposed to be. So I had to work out where the middle is and where I want to mark with my pencil. And so let me just do this. And then I start trying to screw that in. So yeah, the whole process of working with this. So I'll screw this in, then put it in the cello sleeve. Then I will put the pricing on it as well, and then put it away. So that's what I've been doing this latter part of the day. It's already, what time is it already? I'm trying to think. Let me just check if I can see it anywhere. I don't have my watch on, and I'm filming from my phone, and then I have specific YouTubers on my screen that I'm watching while I'm doing this. So just held that one in place with one of the screws, and then I'll do the other one, then finalize it. So, but yeah, I've been getting my own tools that I can use for my work. So these screwdrivers are for my business only. I used to use my husband's one that we would use in the house in general, like the set that he has, but decided to have my own because then I can travel with it a lot easier. So got to be patient to screw this in. It takes a little while to hook into the wood, but once it's done, it's very straightforward. So, and then tighten this other one so that there's something to hang it up with. I just think this has changed for me the way that I have my work for people, because it just gives them something ready for them to just go and just to hang it up. And so I've got it there, I've signed it, I've varnished it. I'll not put it in the cello sleeve. Right, let me just sit down and hold this in. So everything's fiddly at this point to try and put it into the cello sleeve. It's always fiddly. Once it's in, and then I put one of my cards that I did some time ago in the back with my information on it in there. So yeah, how you guys been doing? I am not a week yet even into my solo exhibition. It's going to be going on till the end of the month. So it's in the gallery where it is, and that's just being cared for by the gallery owners. I am basically just continuing in the studio with different projects and trying to plan when my next restock will be. I think I'll be going into the Edinburgh shop next to replenish some of my artwork. I really need to plan better for the Edinburgh branch, because I feel like the last couple of years I haven't been on point in producing a lot, well, in providing more artwork for this time of the year, because this time of the year in Edinburgh we have the Fringe Festival, and I have got stock in there, but I feel like I could have been more prepared and more strategic in the way that I approach that. So I'm making sure that I have that on the calendar already for next year, and that I make sure I create work that I gear towards that. So what I've found, like the artwork that I'm trying to work on right now, some of the smaller pieces will be really good to do for that, because their price point is a little lower, but also for traveling people, you know, who travel to Edinburgh for the Fringe Festival, it's easier for them to pack into their suitcases and to take back home with them. So I really need to focus on how I do that next year and have these ready for them for that. And as I said, if it's original work, this is why I'm constantly making art pieces, because it is something that I want to make sure I'm on top of. So I'm going through all the artwork I have in my studio and making them available in a presentable way, in a nice way. You know, people want artwork and they want it to be presented well. So I'm doing that for myself to make sure that they are presented well. So these pieces, I really love them. And I did a whole series of other ones because I have some other frames. So there was a batch of 5 I did first, which is what I'm working on right now. But I have a whole variety of other ones to use up other frames I still have. So, but they're just beautiful. I just love them. And it's really strange looking at them again because I don't fully remember the process of what happened with this. But I know that there's collage, which are like helping to form these hills here. I mean, I collaged all of it, and then I drew my stag in, and then I've added acrylics in different ways again, layering over. So it's like right now, if you ask me how I got to this, I couldn't fully tell you, but that's what my key thing has been the last couple of years, is focusing on the art process, because that is what has been actually working for me and helping me to understand what I like and what I don't like. So this one is The Forest Remembers His Name. I've got the sticker here, so I'm gonna put this on the actual painting as well. So I'm doing a lot of different things I didn't used to do, and this sticker, this label printer that I got has been so handy for me to make paintings more accessible to my clients, make it more engaging to them. They can see and engage a bit better or interact a bit better, because I usually the name of the actual artwork is hidden, so I wanted to make it more visible in this one for people to know what it's called. So The Forest Remembers His Name is the title of this one, so I've got that there, and then I'll put like original sticker kind of labeling on it as well. I've got information there with my stamps, my wax stamp on it. The pricing is there. So I'm trying to be, and then the hanging hardware. I'm trying to be very more organized, and I'm doing it slowly. So this batch of 5 I'm doing. I also did some other pieces that were that were pencil drawings. And so that is also ready. I feel like there's one more. Yep, here it is. There's one more to do here from this batch. This one is called Keeper of the Ember Forest. So same process again, putting it in. I will be looking for the back end for this. It's somewhere here. I didn't find it that easily for some reason, but I will need to go and find it. And then just continue. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to keep going, and then I'll show you what I show you next if there's anything else that I have to share. I've gone on to starting to paint on this piece that I've been working on previously, and I'm trying to get it to a point where I like it, and then I can actually have it ready to join the rest of my pieces. So this is the one I'm being inspired by. I've got it here beside me because I want to look at how she looks and tie in this series a little bit into what she looks like. I'm going to put this one aside actually because I spent a little time on adding some details to her, and then I'm going to start working on this one. So yeah, I think I've done enough. I'm going to take my hands off her and then start on the other one. So this is my oil paint that I've got beside me here. I basically squeezed out every oil paint I have in the new tubes I bought recently, or some months ago I think now. And I wanted to be free to use whatever color I want and play around on her, but I think I need to let her dry, and then I'll come back to her another day, dry a little bit more, touch dry. But I like the way I'm approaching the flowers. I'm trying to be a bit more confident in mixing different colors through them and make them more interesting than they were before. So yeah, I'll let this one go for now and start on another piece. So I'm going to put her aside and bring this one, and then start working on this one, and then I will show you how far I get once I've worked on it a little bit more. Let's see, I was thinking for a moment it was still wet. It's not wet, but yeah, I'm going to work on this one with my paint as I'm watching Rafi and Clee here. So I will touch back once I have gone a little bit distance and show you what I wanted to, well, where I want to stop with this one as well. But this is what she looks like before, and then we'll see what the after is when I come back. So this is how far I got with the piece that I started, and I showed you the before. This is the after, and I really love the way she looks. She's completely different. Oh my goodness. So I'm gonna let her dry as well. I'll do some more adjustments another time, but I didn't want to do too much to her this time round. I just want to let it dry, then when I come back I can think about what else to do with her. But I love a very kind of interesting look. And what I'm realizing, because this is an oil paint that I'm painting this, what I'm realizing is she looks so futuristic and just really interesting. There's a different angle that I'm seeing now using these colors and all the variety on her skin. I just love that because it's that whole idea of reflective light and reflecting what they see. So people ask me about the tendrils coming out of the mouth, and mainly for me it's like a conversation. It's like she's speaking what she wants in the world, and that's what these tendrils are. The bird is like the thoughts that she has, the private thoughts she has. So, and it's kind of a symbiotic situation going there, because I just love like nature working together in unison. So also for ourselves as human beings, just caretaking for our environment. So that's what this is kind of representing with this, her private thoughts, her personal thoughts, how she views life, and then what she speaks for herself and for her life. And that's part of some of the explanation and the abstraction in it. Sometimes I will show something specific, like the cottages that you sometimes see in the art pieces, and that's because of kind of thinking about my environment, my home that I love, and the things that remind me of home. And yeah, sometimes there'll be hills and different landscapes, or there'll be other birds, other kind of elements and subject matter that I'll bring into the paintings as well. But I really love the way that she looks. And yes, I'm going to leave her and go on to this one next. This is what she looks like now. So the before and the after. I basically just painted a new face on this character, but I'm going to let it dry as well, and then I'll come back to it another day. There's like a bit of a sheen because of the oil, but yeah, this is what it looks like. This is what I've ended up with, and I'll add some more details whenever I come back to paint her again. So yeah, I've just had fun painting with the oil paints today, as well as what you saw me do earlier on. And as I said, this was my inspiration to be looking at and to kind of try and get towards something similar to this. So that's what I'll be doing with all of them, these little girls that will be in the frames. Let me see, just similar to this frame. Like I've got another frame here, so once it dries, and I've also added whatever else I'll add to it, then it will go in these frames that I bought. So I really am enjoying the series actually. So that'll be about 4 of them. I'll have this one, this, and then the other 2 that I've put over by, I'm going to show you actually, that I've put by my oil painting space. So I have a whole range of artwork going on here in the space. But yeah, so I've got them here, this one, and the other one's a bit upside down, but they're drying over here. I'll bring the other one over and then put them here, put that one here as well. And that is all I'm working on for today, I think. So I will see you the next time I come back to the studio, and I am going off to help my daughter out with her hair. So yeah, this was me at my desk painting this. And I'm really enjoying taking my time creating these pieces and working on them. I might work on this piece the next time. I'm not sure what I'll add to it. I like the bird, but I feel like I might add another portrait onto this one as well. It depends, we'll see. I might do something that I'll have the bird still on it instead. We'll see what happens. But I really like this. I really took my time to add like the shadow up here in her face from her hair, and then kind of like a shadow here where I'm gonna have like a moon and maybe some stars in there. There's some elements I'm trying to bring in to the paintings little by little, Uh, so it's going to be fun to keep on experimenting with the oil paint. But I'm really getting the hangs, I feel, with the hang of working on with oil paint and getting some of the depth that I want. So yeah, next layer, we'll see what happens with it. I'll keep on thinking about what I want to add, as I said, but I feel like I want to have this moon here, and then I might have some kind of landscape in here inserted in a hair, and we'll see what else if I add anything else as well. But yeah, I'll see you in the next bit. So hi guys, it is the next day and I have decided to start working on this piece again because I just got the inspiration after doing so many landscapes and other paintings, and it's been some months actually that I should come back to this with a fresh eye and just really just get into it. So I'm going to use my oil paint palette that I had the other day. Let me just see if I'm in the camera just to show you this. Yeah, so I've put some paint on it and then I'm just gonna start working on this in a similar fashion to what I've been doing with some other paintings, and feeling free with it and just getting on with it. So let's see how it goes. I think there's some colors I need to actually still put on this that I haven't got right now, but I am just adding colors and thinking about what I want to do in certain areas. So the foliage here, looking at how I can bring these areas out. Not being scared to use a whole range of colors as well, because I can paint over them. I think the whole aim here for me is to try and deepen certain parts of it. I really feel like I need to put some ultramarine on this palette because it's not really getting as dark as I want it. But let's just use what's on it for now. and more browns and a whole bunch of stuff to get this to look a little bit more the way that it should, landscape wise. So I'll still be blocking this in and getting more variety. So yeah, I could probably add waterfalls somewhere or something. I've not added waterfalls to my work. Some of my scribbles that I do as well, like a whole bunch of stuff, but I'll correct her back because that back is too, what would the word be? It's too curved up. So it's going to be interesting what I do with this. But yeah, I've used most of what is on my palette. I have some purples that I might, wait, let me just, where do I want to put this one? Over here, red. I've got a purple I want to bring in. I want to use it to cut into the back. It's not really going to do much there. The color is too similar. I need something darker to cut into this. There's a lot of purples going on. It's to try it. It's always to try it and see what happens. Trying to carry the color everywhere else so that it travels across the canvas. But yeah, it looks messy. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So yep, thank you guys. I'm gonna let you guys go and I will see you next time. Please do subscribe and follow and yeah, and like as well and share, and let me know if you have any thoughts down in the description about my share for this week, and I'll see you next time. So bye guys. Bye.